Bitcoin is number, go up technology, put a 1 in the live chat if you agree. In today's show, Bitcoin overreacting as SEC returns ETF filings and the Bitcoin price dives 6%. That's right, US SEC deems spot Bitcoin ETF filings as inadequate. I'll be breaking down this latest report. Max Kaiser's response, Bitcoin reflects the beauty of Gary, attacking everything except untouchable Bitcoin, and the unimportance of having a US-based Bitcoin spot ETF, 220,000 in play. And he also says the Bitcoin controls everything on the board, including Gary. That's what's up. And Tim Draper updates us. So much for my predictive abilities. It is June 30th, 2023. When Bitcoin was 4,000, I predicted it would reach 250,000, 60x by now. It has only reached 30,000, 7x. I guess we have to wait a little bit longer, maybe 2 years, but engineers are hard at work. Also in today's show, lawmakers in Canada push government to promote the use of blockchain and cryptocurrency, as well as Bitcoin can still rally by double digits and hit a new 2023 high this year. We'll also be discussing the future of the crypto industry, according to Anthony Scaramucci. Also be breaking down his $400,000 Bitcoin price prediction, along with Bitcoin hitting 1 billion users. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. And today's episode is brought to you by the Crypto Code. If you're looking to learn effective crypto trading, look no further. You can learn how to make $800 per day in totally automated crypto profits with a secret strategy that works fast and profits consistently, whether the market is up or down. If this interests you, I highly encourage you to click the link in the description right down below and watch this free presentation. There's nothing to lose and lots to gain. Let's get this crypto. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on daily notifications, and as I go live every single day, 7 days a week. And with that being shared, welcome everyone just tuning in to today's live show. This is pod episode number 1328. I'm your host JV, and today is June 30th, 2023, and the markets are correcting, reacting to Mr. Gary Gensler. You can see Bitcoin down 0.4%, but still maintaining at 30,400. Ether up 4%, trading above $1,900, with the biggest gainer being Litecoin up a whopping 25%, trading above $105. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index, the coin market cap. The market cap's in at 1.19 trillion with 62 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance back on the decline, thanks to Gary, now at 49.6%, with the Ether dominance at 19.4%. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers in the past 24 hours, we have eCash up 50%, followed by Litecoin up 24%, followed by Bitcoin Cash up 22%, probably off of the news of mass adoption occurring for Bitcoin Cash in Japan. And checking out crypto bubbles, we can see the top gainers for the past week. XEC up 52%, Litecoin up about 25%, and again, Bitcoin Cash up 22%. Now checking out the crypto greed and fear index, we're currently rated a 56 in greed, yesterday a 54, last week a 65, and last month a 51, which is neutral. And welcome again to everyone just tuning in. Now let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis and check out the charts and what is popping with the King Crypto. Here we go. Bitcoin fell below 30,000 after the June 30th Wall Street Open as markets panicked over the fate of its first spot ETF for the King Crypto, as you can see here in the Bitcoin 1-hour candle chart. Data from Cointelegraph Market Support and Trading View showed Bitcoin price action hurtling downwards, briefly touching 29,500. The volatility accompanied a report that the U.S. regulator, the SEC, had refused apps for the first Bitcoin spot price ETF. But could this be nothing more but FUD? We shall soon see. I'm going to be diving into this particular story a little later here in the show. Next up, rate hike bet surged despite the PCE data beating expectations. Bitcoin traded down over $1,000 versus the day's highs at this time. Its losses come at a present time with the monthly and quarterly candle close due in just a matter of hours. Quoting the Combisi letter, breaking PCE inflation, the Fed's preferred inflation metric falls to 3.8%, below expectations of 4.6%. Core PCE inflation is now at 4.6%, also below expectations of 4.7%. This is the largest monthly drop this year. The Fed may finally be winning the fight against inflation. Yeah, sure, whatever you say here. And quoting them here, interest rate expectations are rising after the release of the PCE inflation data this morning. But why? Core PCE inflation, the Fed's preferred inflation metric, is now unchanged since December 2022. Core PCE inflation is now at 4.6% and still a major problem for the Fed. So there you have it. Let me know how many of you are currently bullish on the King crypto and how many of you took advantage of this recent dip this morning. Let me know in the comments right down below. And now for the breaking news in great detail, I'm going to be breaking down this report of US SEC deeming spot Bitcoin ETF filings as inadequate. Yeah, there may be a longer wait for a spot Bitcoin ETF in the US as the SEC labeled investment managers' recent apps inadequate. According to the Wall Street Journal, the securities regulator told the NASDAQ and the CBOE that their filings are not sufficiently clear and comprehensive. These exchanges represent asset managers in the filing of the financial product, but yet the futures ETFs are good to go. So makes you wonder. In the eyes of the SEC, the exchanges should have named the spot Bitcoin exchange, which they would have a surveillance sharing agreement or provided sufficient info about the details of those surveillance agreements. However, asset managers can resubmit the filings after clarifying the information. Simple fix, right? A flurry of apps have been filed over the past few weeks, as I've been covering here in the show, since BlackRock joined the list of companies seeking to debut the first spot Bitcoin ETF of Wall Street. BlackRock's app introduced a surveillance sharing agreement under which information about market trading and clearing activities are shared between the entities to avoid the possibility of market manipulation. BlackRock's application led ARK Invest, as well as 21 shares, to amend their third app for a spot Bitcoin ETF to include a similar surveillance agreement. Other asset managers that refiled or amended their apps in the past few days include Invesco, WisdomTree, Valkyrie, and Fidelity. Fidelity being one of the largest asset managers in the world, controlling roughly $4.5 trillion. Now, ARK Invest, however, is reportedly a frontrunner in the race. According to Cathie Wood, ETFs track a specific index and are generally traded on the exchanges. In the crypto market, a fund that tracks the price of one or multiple digital tokens, it consists of various cryptos called a cryptocurrency ETF. Now, spot Bitcoin ETFs have been denied since 2017 by the SEC and no Claire Gare, who is now in charge, right? Now, in Canada, however, the financial product is already available. 3 sufficient funds, including Purpose Bitcoin, 3 IQ Coin shares, and CI Galaxy Bitcoin, are all directly invested in spot Bitcoin ETFs. So the question becomes, when in the United States, Mr. No Clarity Gary? And Max responded off the back of this news. Bitcoin reflects the beauty of Gary attacking everything except the untouchable Bitcoin and the unimportance of having a US-based Bitcoin spot ETF. 220,000 in play, and he's saying that's still in play for next month of July, which is right around the corner. He shared this in yesterday's tweet. And he also says that Bitcoin controls everything on the board, including Gary. I love it, because in the chessboard of life, Bitcoin is the king, if you know what I mean. And he also says, as explained, the SEC runs a protection racket for Wall Street crooks. So this is no big surprise. It also means that XRP will definitely lose their case, as well as everything not Bitcoin, as Bitcoin is untouchable, not on the basis of law, but because Gary is a leg breaker for the banking mob. Preach. So true. And Tim Draper just updated us regarding his $250,000 Bitcoin price prediction by June 2023. He wrote, "So much for my predictive abilities. It is June 30th, 2023. When Bitcoin was $4,000, I predicted it would reach $250,000, which is 60x by now, but it has only reached 30,000, 7x. I guess we'll have to wait a little longer, maybe 2 years, but engineers are hard at work." So there you have it. What are your thoughts surrounding the latest prediction update by Tim Draper, that it could take another couple of years to hit that $250,000 price mark? He has been predicting, I think, since back of like 2017. Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments right down below. Now let's discuss adoption for crypto in Canada, followed by a new all-time high for this year in play, followed by the future of the crypto industry, according to Anthony Scaramucci in his latest interview, along with his $400,000 Bitcoin price prediction, as well as the fact he believes that Bitcoin will hit 1 billion users, and by that time we hit 400,000, and then we'll dive into our live Q&A. And again, if you're just joining the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. Canadian lawmakers from the House of Commons say that the government should embrace blockchain technology and crypto following a comprehensive study of the digital asset industry. In the new report, the members of the Standing Committee on Industry and Tech say that the testimonies they gathered indicate that blockchain tech is already changing the digital landscape of Canada. Let's go. They also recommend that the government recognize blockchain as an emerging industry that offers significant long-term economic and job creation opportunities. Quoting them here, the committee heard about the real contributions that blockchain tech is making to the Canadian economy and the potential for it to provide substantially greater value in the future. The lawmakers recognize the risks and the challenges of digital assets, including the volatility of crypto prices and the use of digital assets and criminal activities, but they assert the protection of consumers' rights to use crypto. Quoting them again, the government of Canada should, in its efforts to improve consumer protection and regulatory clarity to the emerging and innovative field of digital assets, be guided by the principle that individuals' right to self-custody should be protected and that ease of access to safe and reliable on and off ramps should be defended and promoted. That's what's up. I'm a strong proponent of self-custody. Take your crypto off the exchanges. Only keep on the exchanges what you're willing to lose, not your keys, not your coins. Now, the legislators say the government can clarify its regulatory approach by establishing a national blockchain strategy following consultations with stakeholders. Quoting them again, regulatory improvements can and should be made to ensure that Canada continues to be a leader in cryptocurrencies and the blockchain industry more broadly. And it seems they're leading the way, at least ahead of the United States, considering they already have Bitcoin ETFs available in their country. When United States is the million-dollar question. And now for our next story of the day, let's discuss a potential new 2023 Bitcoin high for this year, shall we? Hitting double-digit gains. Bring it. Benjamin Cohen is forecasting the likely path ahead for Bitcoin in the alt market. In a new interview on the David Lynn Report, Cohen said the Bitcoin could surge by around 14% from the current levels to hit a 2023 high of $35,000. Quoting him here, my guess is that in the short term, it's really hard to say. If Bitcoin can push a little bit higher again, my high-end target would be 35,000 if it can make it there. On what will happen to the altcoins if Bitcoin reaches his upper target for this year, here's what he has to say. If Bitcoin goes to 35,000, it is not good for the altcoin market because the altcoin market will likely just continue to get wrecked on their Bitcoin pairs, ultimately saying the Bitcoin dominance is just likely to keep going up as the alt dominance continues to decline with the Bitcoin price action going up. And then at some point, Bitcoin would need to come back down. I think it would have to retrace some of its moves like it normally does in the pre-halving year. And then at that point, the altcoin market goes down quite a bit more and Bitcoin dominance continues to go up. And on why Bitcoin is outperforming the alts, here's what he had to share. Liquidity is basically drying up. And so people are basically just seeking the relative safety of Bitcoin over the altcoin market. It is relative safety. It is not to say that Bitcoin can't fall. It is to say that Bitcoin is relatively safer than the altcoin market and liquidity is drying up. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the crypto analyst that Bitcoin is likely on the trajectory towards a new high for 2023, hitting $35,000. And to watch this video he did entitled Bitcoin's 2023 high is 35,000. Altcoins get wrecked. If that happens, check the show notes below the video in the description. I also like to point out before we dive into our next story that Michael Saylor, the founder of MicroStrategy, the first publicly traded company to put Bitcoin on its balance sheet, he is predicting the Bitcoin dominance soar all the way up to 80%, considering right now the Bitcoin dom is currently roughly 50%. That means if Michael Saylor is correct, we can rise another 30% over the course of the next couple of years, considering we have the Bitcoin halving around the corner, approximately 9 to 10 months away, and it's the year preceding the halving in 2025 where we're most likely to hit the cycle peak high. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Michael Saylor with his 80% dominance prediction, and obviously if that were to occur, the alts would take a massive beating like no other. Talk about wreck city, if you know what I mean. Now for the future of the crypto industry, according to Anthony Scaramucci from his most recent speaking at Collision 2023 in Toronto, the founder of Skybridge Capital and former White House communicator, said that disgraced crypto executive Sam Bankman-Fried really hurt the industry in the United States from a regulatory perspective. Quoting him here, he embarrassed the the politicians, he also embarrassed you because you partnered with them, dog. But anyways, he gave a lot of money to them. They spent a lot of time with him. Gary Gensler spent a lot of time with him. And then they had this huge situation that happened, and that was very embarrassing. So now the pendulum has swung too far to overregulation and this ridiculous prosecutorial oversight. And when asked for his opinion concerning the crypto regulatory environment in Canada compared to the United States, Scaramucci stated that Canada actually learned from the United States and set it up the way we used to do things in the United States. Quoting him again, they went to the industry. They said, okay, how do we fairly regulate the industry? How do we protect ourselves from bad actors? Most of the industry players know one another, and then they work alongside their legislators to come up with the guidelines. We are watching the Canadian crypto digital asset space thrive, he continued. For the politician and business magnate, Scaramucci has his eyes on Binance CEO, CZ, who happens to be a Canadian national in terms of leading the future of crypto exchanges in the wake of the FTX collapse. Quoting him again, I'm going to give him an A on execution. This is Scaramucci referring to CZ and growing Binance. It's 65-ish% of the overall market, so I'll give him an A on that. He probably gets a C+ or a B on transparency around it, and maybe in the beginning they had some things that they did there that were regrettable, but it's just the SEC that is suing them. We have yet to see anything criminal. And for closing statements, Scaramucci stated that while CZ will continue to get a lot of flaming arrows, he will continue to be the most influential person in crypto. Well, he is the wealthiest, right? He does actually have the largest platform, and it's that one that can gain mass adoption while still being a legitimate source where they're going to continue to operate in all major jurisdictions around the world. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with those thoughts from Scaramucci. Now for his $400,000 price prediction, along with Bitcoin hitting mass adoption with over 1 billion users. This is from an interview I couldn't find any articles on, so I had to transcribe it myself, and I just shared it on crypto Twitter. That's what I did first thing this morning, and now I'm going to be sharing it with you word for word, so we're not taking any words out of context. I triple checked it. So with that being shared, then we'll dive into our live Q&A. So here's what Scaramucci had to say in this podcast regarding the Bitcoin price hitting 400,000 and 1 billion users. He was asked by Scott Melker, what does Bitcoin look like at 1 billion users? Scaramucci responded, I'm going to be very simplistic. 1 billion users is roughly 8x more than we are right now. Bitcoin, I actually think we are undervalued and technically oversold here. So I would have thought that Bitcoin would be where we are in terms of users at 50,000. So intrinsic fair value to me would be about $400,000 a coin. I'd add 1 billion users because, again, you have a fixed supply and you have got less than 21 million coins out there. You and I both know that the mining finishes in the year 2140, but you have also lost coins in the process of adoption. We probably got to 2 to 3 million coins that have been misplaced. Facts. They can be in a landfill, they can be in an old BlackBerry or somebody's laptop back from 2010, and as a result of which you probably have about 18 million coins in the universe. And let's not forget that Satoshi's wallet has 1 million coins as well. And he goes on, there are 48 million millionaires on planet Earth, according to JP Morgan. Well, there's only 18 million Bitcoins in existence. So you don't even have enough Bitcoin for every millionaire on the planet to earn or to own one coin. So you can't tell me that scarcity properties of this are not going to drive the prices higher. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Scaramucci with his $1 million Bitcoin price prediction, as well as Bitcoin gaining mass adoption and hitting 1 billion users. I also like to point out in a different interview, I heard him talk about Bitcoin prediction of Bitcoin hitting 1 billion users by the year 2025. So if he still believes that, that would mean within the next 2 years, Bitcoin can still hit 400,000 along with 1 billion users. Let me know if you feel that is likely to happen. And if not, by what year do you feel it's more realistic? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now let's dive into our live Q&A. Welcome to each and every one of you today in the live chat. What is good? I'm going to start from the very top over here. Mike M, good afternoon. Always a pleasure, family. Appreciate you tuning in. From Michigan, we have Michigan in the building. Leandro says, 12th is the best hour. That's what's up. Appreciate you tuning in as well. Drew Webb says, talk about market manipulation. How many of Gary's buddies gained from that stunt? Fire the crook, investigate the SEC. Yeah, I'd say that. We should audit the SEC as well as their chairman, Mr. No Clarity Gary, as well as all the regulators here. You know what I mean? Let's see what's really what. Gensler went on to say that he has never invested into cryptocurrency. I don't believe this man whatsoever. Watching the market today was jaw-dropping, says Drew Webb. Well, at least we're holding above 30,000. Things could absolutely be worse. You know what I mean? Yeah, Gary Gensler literally dropped the bomb just before a huge pump. These people have no scrupulous. That's what's up, 100%. What's up, Mr. T? Good to see you chiming in. Damn it, Gary, I thought you were a Bitcoin maxi. No, keep in mind, Gary works for the central banking cartels at the end of the day, and he's just doing his job. I love Max Kaiser's quotes, you know what I mean? Glad I was able to catch my stop loss, says Drew Webb. Me too. Bitcoin was created as a central bank killer. Gensler represents the central banking cartel 100%. He's an economic hitman. Yeah, F him. All in prep for a CBDC, which we know is central bank digital currencies. Gensler sees his time as SEC czar going down, and he's going to take the whole ship down with him, says Dankness. Also keep in mind, Jay Clayton, the former chairman of the SEC, on his final day before he was, resigned and Gary took over, they launched that lawsuit against XRP. So you could imagine, I think Gary is going to be doing the same thing as well, trying to take the ship down with them 100%. We don't need no CBDCs. Let these motherfuckers burn. The corrupt as what? But yeah, isn't it interesting? We have Litecoin still up roughly 25% today. I believe it's probably in preparation of the Litecoin halving coming up very, very soon. Tony Jeffries in the building. Says Scaramucci will do the Fandango, Thunderbolt, and Lightning. Very, very frightening. Word up. Shout out to Liverpool and shout out to London and shout out to all my Canadians as well. Yeah, what's up, Chris Minka? Good to see you, fam. Appreciate you tuning in. Shout out to your family. None of my limits got filled. 29.6 is where I have small buys. I will say 24.8 was the bottom of this correction. How many of you agree there with Chris? Short-lived the dip and Bitcoin showing strength in price, hash, and near record high as well. That's right. Keep in mind when the Bitcoin fundamentals are strong, the price typically follows the hash rate. So as difficulty and hash rate continues hitting new all-time highs, it's only a matter of time before the prices follow. What's good, Bitcoin Maximus from Manchester, UK in the building. Good to see you as always. Appreciate your 5-year-old daughter tuning in alongside with us, Chris. That's what's up. Thanks, JV. It's good to be here. You are very welcome, Maximus. Always a pleasure. Stizzle was good. TGIF. Thank God it is Friday. Weekend is amongst us. And also, it's the end of the month. You know what I mean? July right around the corner. What are your guys' thoughts on Max Kaiser predicting that Bitcoin can still hit 220,000 this year in July? Let me know. Welcome, Paul P. The FUD won't hurt Bitcoin. No real sellers left. It will hurt the alts because far less liquidity and conviction in them. Facts. 100%. Great comment. Woo, let's go. Let's get it. We are close to where 30,000 becomes the new 20,000. Good luck buying off and under that price. That's right. Supply shock incoming. You already know. Bitcoin is number go up technology. Let's see how many people put a 1 in the live chat if you agree. 1 is my slam of spam, says Chris. Word up. After today's shenanigans, do you think that BlackRock will still get its app through? Absolutely. I just don't think it'll be anytime soon. I think the BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF is most likely to get approved just based on their track record of 575 to 1 with the SEC on approval, but I don't think they're in a rush to do it. I think it'll more than likely be next year, right before the halving. I believe the SEC has to make a decision on the applications before the halving, and it may just all be in perfect alignment by then, but we shall soon see. Great question, Maximus. What do you guys think? Jack Liu put on a great interview on the Crypto Vigilante today for anyone who wants to know what's really happening within the Bitcoin metaverse. Thank you for sharing, DS Flat. Always appreciate your insights, fam. Emma, what's up? SEC is just trying to look busy. Precisely. Maximus put a 1. That's what's up. Paul put a 1. Bitcoin is number go up technology, isn't it? Waldo put 1. Drew Webb put 1. Will Stopson versus Guru put 1. Good morning from Australia. Shout out to all my cats down under. What's good? Rocket, let's go. You already know, to the moon. Full send and bring it. Happy Friday, crypto fam. That's what's up. Maximus, another day in paradise. How y'all doing? Gary's keeping the price down for his friends and a great opportunity for us to BTFD. If you know what I mean, let's follow in the steps of Michael Saylor. MicroStrategy now has over 150,000 Bitcoin on its balance sheet, and they ain't slowing down anytime soon. Absolutely a price suppression, says Dankness, all by design, right? Nothing new under the sun. 3 things cannot be long hidden. This is a quote from the Buddha: the sun, the moon, and the motherfrickin' truth. If you know what I mean. More Gensler, FUD, and corruption. What else is new? Says Boomer Futurist. That's what's up. Buying the dips. Take advantage of it. Always long-term bullish. The dip took me by surprise. Science says inadequate is what Gensler has heard from every female he encounters. That's what's up. Paul Gamble, orange pill on, must dash, you understand. Watch you later. Do what you got to do, fam. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to Coinfather. Says, I'm just watching. I think this SEC news is a nothing burger. Same here. These ETF approvals take around 6 months. Exactly. It sounds like FUD to manipulate the short-term price action of Bitcoin. Thank you for sharing your insights, Coinfather. And you will remain in our prayers. We're hoping you have a speedy recovery. We know you've been at the hospital. It's been hard to breathe. You've had blood clots in your lungs, and you're still tuning in on a regular basis. So much love and much respect. Also, I appreciate the sats that you zapped me. I did receive them yesterday. I received, and I greatly appreciate that. So I just want to say thank you, fam. Much love and much respect. Let's all get slapped happy on the like button, says Dankness. This is the highest respect to give for JV's daily hard work, and it's free. Win-win. Subscribe and set up notifications if you haven't yet. Welcome to CNA. Crypto News Alerts. Greatly appreciate the reminder, Dankness. Much love and respect. Chris says the banking industry will need Bitcoin because the near future, if your only assets is T-bills, you won't be as viable. That's right. The dollar may be worth nothing sooner than later. Agreed. How are you doing today, mate? Digital Smash. Much love. Hope all is well, my dude. My prayers for your swift recovery. What's going on, Bitcoin Trini? Good to see you. Chris says Max is right. Like him or not. I agree 100%. Will says much love to the Coin Father. Much love, much prayers, much respect. Just discovered your channel last week, says Ryan McGurl. Thanks for all the info and positivity. You're very welcome. Appreciate you tuning in and, subscribing and hitting that bell icon and tuning in, and looking forward to many more episodes to come. You feel me? Watching tonight with my lovely lady Carrie. Plus, give her a big shout out, JV. Massive shout out to Carrie and Adam too. Much love and much respect. I appreciate the continued support. Feeling a lot better, says Coinfather. Glad to hear that. May get to go home tomorrow and still have 2 weeks recovery at home. We're praying you get home by tomorrow and that all is well with your health, and happy continue stacking those BTC, fam. Much respect. That's what's up. That's good news. Take your time to heal 100%. Much love. Let's freaking go, says Crypto Grady. Welcome, Grady. What's poppin'? Protect your keys, says Paul. That's right. Not your keys, not your cheese, as I like to say. Thank you. All stacked. More sats with the cash I had set aside for the 4th of July weekend. That's what's up, Coin Father. You a step ahead of everyone else. Bring it to 35,000. Send it. Let's go, says Maximus. It takes the stairs up with points of consolidation, with the elevator down. Word up. Kelvin Watson put a big fat 1. That's what's up. This halving is different, says Chris. People are holding Bitcoin more than ever. Much higher prices need from most hodlers is indeed. Seems very possible that we'll hit 35,000 as the high for this year. I think that is extremely conservative, and it's a given. I'm pretty optimistic we'll surpass 40,000, maybe somewhere between 40 to 50,000 if I was to guess. Who are we to argue with the rocket scientists? 80% it is then. Facts. Massive shout out to Maximus as well as Michael Saylor. Coinfather, glad to hear you're doing okay and managed to come through to the other side. All the best on the road to recovery. Coming from Paul. Been stacking stats in 420 while we wait. That's what's up, Will. Appreciate your support, Mr. Guru. Good morning, JV and Crypto News Alerts fam, says Michael Volkman. What's good, Michael? Good to see you, brother. The mooch is not someone I would trust. Well, he has a bad track record of doing business with shady individuals, such as Scam Bankman-Fried, but who didn't do business with Scam Bankman-Fried? He seemed to be destroying every element of the industry, and he is a con artist at the end of the day, and Scaramucci was one of the many influencers who got conned by a Scam Bankman-Fried, in my humble opinion. But I feel what you're saying. Take everything for what it's worth with a grain of salt. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Trust nobody, verify everything. That's the motto here. What's good, y'all? Sorry I am late, says Greedy Sav. All good. Mafia vibe, says Maximus, referring to Scaramucci. Word up. Absolute coin father, stack as many as you can before the institutions pour money in, because liquidity will be scarce after they buy it all up. DCA all the way, dollar cost average, that's what's up. Drew says mooch is out for the mooch. It's going to be more. Oh, word up. I stacked a few sats on the dip today. Just another excuse to buy more. Keep buying more. Michael Volkman put a 1 in the chat. That's what's up. Thomas Berry put a 1. DZ14 put a 1. Digital Scammer in on the feed. Yeah, I don't know if you're referring to Maria here, but yeah, be careful. If anyone asks you to send them crypto, don't matter if it's in the live chat, doesn't matter if it's in the comments below, doesn't matter if that individual has my username, because sometimes they clone it and they pretend to be someone they're not, and they're going to try to get you to send crypto to them. So just red alert, never send crypto to anyone, including myself, including Michael Saylor, because guess what? Myself and Michael Saylor would never ask you to send them crypto. You know what I mean? Just facts. No one successful, no influencer will ever ask you to send them crypto directly. If they do, it's a fake account scamming you. And it's sad, but this is very common on YouTube and on social media. Spam bots are outrageous. We see it in the comment section each and every day. So be careful and send nobody your crypto. The only place your crypto should go is in your cold storage wallet for the long haul, so you can give it to your future generations, if you know what I mean. After the next all-time high, I don't think we'll have more than a 70% drawdown. Far too many more hodlers. Conviction is stronger than ever, says Chris Minker. Yeah, agree, Minka. I covered some more trash to Bitcoin early this morning. That's what's up. Converting alts for BTC. That's what's up. I don't see how he could teach crypto if he never touched it. The lies are just piling up. Facts. Gary Gensler is a con man, if you're to ask me. What's good with my boy JV? Just appreciating another Friday above Earth. You know what I mean? Many blessings. Shout out to Nipsey, our mascot of the show. Says Paul, Satoshi has 1.1 million and 12,000 address. He mined them, and then if you know what you are doing, each mining reward had a different address. I didn't even know that. Thank you for sharing, Chris. And so good to note Satoshi has 1.1 million BTC, making it even that much more scarce. What's poppin'? You know what I mean? It's going to be more at around 14 to 15 million coins in circulation. I agree with you, Coin Father, probably more realistic. So it's even more scarce than we all anticipated. 21 million being a finite limited supply, considering all the lost coins, Satoshi's stagnant coins, dormant coins across the network. I think you're pretty accurate there. And that just means our Bitcoin will all be worth that much more, which is amazing. You know what I mean? Yeah, keep buying that dip. El Joe, what up, brother? Take care. Appreciate you tuning in. El Joe was good, fam. Maximus was popping. Blaze it for the weekend. Everyone has a great time. That's what's up. After 45, there isn't that much resistance left. Most of these people sold a while ago, 100%. JV spot on. Appreciate that, Maximus. Nate was popping. Nate Scandoval says, been here since 2017, same year I got involved. Learn not to touch the alts other than ETH. Bitcoin and ETH only for me. I learned the hard way. Every cycle, people find that out. Seems to be true, fam. Appreciate your insights and appreciate your support. Appreciate you tuning in. Much love and much respect. And now for a recap of what I covered with you here in today's live show. I broke down the latest technical analysis, including Bitcoin overreacting as the SEC returns their ETF filings. The Bitcoin price as a reaction dove 6%. Also broke down the latest report on why the US deems spot Bitcoin ETF filings as inadequate. I believe it's FUD, but we shall see. Max Kaiser says Bitcoin controls everything on the board, including Gary Gensler. Facts. Also shared Tim Draper's update regarding his $250,000 Bitcoin price prediction, as well as lawmakers in Canada push government to promote the use of blockchain and cryptocurrency. We also discussed the Bitcoin price can rally by double digits and hit a 2023 high, says crypto analyst Benjamin Cohen, but there is a catch. Also shared the latest prediction from Anthony Scaramucci regarding the future of the crypto industry and on scam Bankman-Fried and CZ, as well as his $400,000 Bitcoin price prediction, along with Bitcoin network hitting 1 billion users. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments right down below. I look forward